Hey guys, Caretaker Gamer here, and today we shall be talking about hype, the hype train you may say. So, hype is really an Achilles heel for a lot of games, especially if it's a game related to an already established franchise. So, here's an example. Look at Mass Effect Andromeda. When it was announced, people got super excited about it. It's been a few years since Mass Effect 3 and all that nonsense with it. Yeah, there was a huge problem with Mass Effect 3, but you probably all know about that. So, with that being said, people thought like, okay, they've probably learned from their mistakes and they're gonna make a great new Mass Effect game from it. You're not playing as Shepard, but you're playing as new people. So, it could be interesting. And when it launched, it was just garbage. The story was garbage, the gameplay was garbage. I still need to play it myself, but from all the info that I collected from it, the mass majority think it's just a trash game. And of course, with that being said, it bombed in sales. I see it at Goodwill for like 20 bucks or lower. You don't really see PS4 games and Xbox One games at Goodwill. Come on, it's just, it bombs so bad. I'm still gonna give it its chance when I go play it, but because I wasn't part of the hype train, which I'll get to later about not being part of hype trains. Another example is Yooka-Laylee. In case you don't know, Yooka-Laylee was created by Playtonic Games through crowdfunding on Kickstarter. Playtonic Games is made up of former employees of Rareware before they got bought out by Microsoft, where they started making Kinect games and all that fun garbage. And they made their own studio, Playtonic Games, and people thought it was like, oh, Yooka-Laylee, it's gonna be like Banjo-Kazooie or DK64 or Donkey Kong Country. Not really, more Banjo-Kazooie, because they are heavily marketing it as a 3D platformer, which it is. And when it launched, people were kind of disappointed by it because there are problems with it, sure. Like, I played it and there are problems with it, but I don't feel as bad about it as other people do. Like, I don't feel as disappointed by it, and I gave some money to them, but a lot of people just felt cheated basically because the worlds were too big and just it wasn't the same feeling as Banjo-Kazooie, and then it kind of tanked in sales. Not that bad, but pretty bad. It just, a lot of hype was around it because it was like trying to bring back 3D platforming, because there's really not any 3D platformers around anymore. And I love them, and that's kind of sad, but Yooka-Laylee kind of shows why they're not really around that much anymore. But again, I wasn't disappointed by that. And we're going to my, going back to what I was discussing earlier about not being part of the hype train. So with Yooka-Laylee, I wasn't really part of the hype train. Yeah, I donated a few bucks towards it, but I didn't really follow that much about it. I just knew that it was going to be kind of like almost like a Yooka-Laylee, basically like a Banjo-Kazooie clone, basically, with new animals, new characters, and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be fun and stuff. And then when I played it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really do. I'm still playing it now, and I'm pretty enjoying it. But I do get a little burnt out on it more than I did on Banjo-Kazooie, because just there's a problem with how the worlds are. But I will do a review on it and get more into that later. So another thing about not being part of the hype train is that I got Mass Effect Andromeda. It was pretty cheap, and I'm going to start it up pretty soon. And I'm hoping that I have a better time with it because I wasn't part of the hype train. And because of that, I feel like I'm going to experience something new. I know nothing really about it except that it's in the Mass Effect universe and that you don't play as a Shepard, you play as someone else. And just give it a shot. Destiny 2 also. I was really disappointed by Destiny 1, and then I was never really part of the fan base. So when Destiny 2 was starting to be talked about, I kind of ignored it, and still kind of am, because I wasn't that into it. And I was really kind of disappointed about the story of the first one before all the DLC and everything. But I'm probably going to wait until there's like a huge package of all the DLC all together. Because, yeah, not supporting initial launches for games like that. But I'm hoping, because I wasn't part of the hype, that I'm going to enjoy it more than, let's say, someone who was part of the hype train. Because when you're part of a hype train, you create this idea of what the game should be like. And when you do that, it can get very unrealistic. And when it gets very unrealistic and then it comes out and then you play it and then you're just disappointed and you go cry about it. Like, seriously, that's what happens almost all the time when I see people get super hyped about a new game. And then the day after I start seeing the day after launch, I start seeing a lot of reviews pop up and everyone's like crapping all over it. Either it's the new cool thing to do, or it's just the hype was so much and so unrealistic and just blech. Speaking of which, kind of like Last Guardian, from what I heard, is that there was so much hype about it through all the years because it was supposed to come out on PS3 several years ago, and then it didn't, and now it came out on PS4, and it just tanked because it was just the controls and the AI was just bad, I guess, and just wasn't as good as everyone thought it would be. So, I don't know. I wasn't really that interested in Last Guardian to begin with, so I wouldn't know. It looks kind of cool, like the animal looks cute, but I don't know. So another thing about hype is like when you're taken away by it, like you're not really part of it. Either you just really don't care about the game, which it's fine. There's plenty of games out there that people just don't care about. People have their own preferences, and then they're just staying away from the hype because you know that's good for you to stay away from that. Because if you do, then you create the unrealistic image, and it just completely disappoints you. So I would like to know what your thoughts are about the hype train for games. And if you have any thoughts about it, please leave it in the comments. And if you liked what you heard today, please like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I also got a Twitter at Caretaker Gamer, and I also have a Facebook page. So hope you guys enjoyed this discussion video. See you later, everyone. This is Caretaker Gamer signing out. See ya. Goodbye.